This is your wire for your glow plug. You have a temp sensor for your EGR. You have your EGR out wires that go over to your EGR control valve. I'm going to be deleting that, so we won't be using that. There is a throttle position sensor plug, and that's used for your EGR as well. I won't be using that. You have your oil pressure and your fuel solenoid wires here. All the wire colors are the same as the V8, so splicing it in will be pretty easy. This goes to your fuse box, this as well. This just goes to a ground and your battery. So it's a very straightforward installation. I did notice, however, that the fuse box brackets are different, although the fuse panels seem to be the same. They have the exact same writing on the inside and appear to have the same number of fuses and relays. You do have an alternator relay here, however, so that's a little different. The orientation of the battery positive and negative terminals are different. I don't understand why. So that'll be something that I'll have to change over. The V8 harness, as you can see, is far more involved. Because it has an ECU, there's a lot more wiring involved in that. You have your injection harness for your fuel injectors. You have your mass airflow sensor wiring and all that. But you'll see that actually on the alternator, your colors are the same. For your temp sensors, your colors are the same. It's just that you won't be needing all of this to make the 300 TDI work. The other things that are different, the hoses on your heater core are different, but the actual placement of where the heater core is the same. Here again, your motor mounts are different, and on the 300 TDI, they're actually mounted further back. So I will be cutting these off, but I won't get crazy with them. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. I don't want to create any structural frame damage to it. The battery that goes to the starter, the battery line that goes to your starter on the diesel runs along where your headlight washer does on the gas, and it actually will run from your battery down, across, over, and then up to your starter. Your starter's on the driver's side in the back. If you'll notice here that there is no insulation on a V8, but on the diesel, I don't know if you can see this or not, there's a thick pad, and that just helps reduce the noise. See what the other difference is. The canister, that will be removed on the gasoline engine. This car has air conditioning. The TDI that I got does not, but I will try to add that, and that will be interesting. And of course, this has no master cylinder for the clutch, and so this whole pan will be changed out. The other difference, your accelerator cable is different in that where it comes out and how far it's run. On the diesel, it runs up across here, but on the gas, it sits here somewhere in this position here. I think they might actually be the same length, but as you can see, on the diesel it comes out in a different spot, comes all the way over, and comes up because the actual fuel injector is over here, somewhere in this area. So, again, the fuel lines are quite different on the gas versus the diesel. You've got your supply and return to your tank, and that'll be an interesting tie-in. I'll have to figure that one out. A lot of these wires will be removed because it's gas going to diesel, excuse me. So, those are a few of the differences. Sorry if I'm not the best cameraman. I'm sure there's a lot of things that I don't know, and somebody will point out, but that is it for right now. Oh, the other thing I noticed, pardon my walking around, is to pull out a 300 TDI out of the engine compartment, you need to have a lift point. There's two 8mm bolts here, 13mm heads, and I fabricated a bracket. I guess the British never figured they would ever have to change this motor, so they didn't have one there. So there's that. And then I did a pickup off of here for the rear mount, so that way I can pull it out with the chain. So the rear is here. It's very hard to reach because the firewall is right up against it, but it worked out pretty good. Again, you can see that the heater hoses are quite different. That's it.